Can't get away that easy. Okay, so today is April 16th. It's the morning. It might rain, and she says it doesn't matter if it rains. She's still going to carry it. So please introduce yourself and just let everybody know why you're here today.
I'm Amanda Vanderhurst, and I'm 6 months post double lung transplant, and I'm from Cambridge, Ontario, and I'm here to support Kayla.
Even if it rains?
Even if it rains.
Okay, there you go. Okay, great. So you got the walkie-talkies. Give me a call if anything comes up. You know the route.
Yep.
And we'll see you up at Queen's Park at 10:15. You got to make sure, I don't think it'll be lit still, but we can't have a lit torch on Queen's Park.
Okay.
So just make, if it is still lit, like put it out.
Okay.
And then we'll see you up at the steps. See those steps leading up to the front door?
Yep.
I'll see you up there about 10:15. If I'm a little late, if you can just wait for me.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
hold. Oh, sorry. I got to take a picture.
Pretty well, it is a plant. Pretty well, that's all it does. Main job is the plant. Yeah, because I do that same work. You know, like you could have Oh, $20. Or like 15, 20 bucks. Which is good because we lose them so much. The guy at the store was telling us a guy went to buy some, apparently he bought like 12K posts in the last 6 months.
Okay. Alright.
Oh man.
You need to fill one out too? Yeah, but I gotta find another pen.
20 years, 22 years. Well, I mean, if you find this hobby, you know, I bet you could learn how to play decently within like 6 months. Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first started, the first song I learned to play was House of the Rising Sun. And yeah, and although I can't learn how to play it now. Before I finger picked it, I just did like this. This
Yeah.
easier.
It's a tribute to his interest and his lobbying for organization, and we're very happy to have the parents of
From the Toronto Police Sergeant, please. Thank you, sir.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Rick Officer, Service 52 Division. I just wanted to reiterate the fact that the Toronto Police Service fully supports this very worthwhile endeavor. And if there's anything we can do to assist, please give us a call.
Thank you, sir. So we heard one happy story this morning. We're waiting to get another phone call from Jennifer to get the same news. Just please share your story quickly.
Kayla has cystic fibrosis. She was diagnosed at 5 years old. She had a liver transplant in 2006 and waited a year for a transplant for high inflammation in the lung. She's now in need of double lung transplant because she's in the hospital. She can't live a normal life. She can't go and do anything without an oxygen tank or struggling. Everybody to sign their card made for a donation so these kids and adults and children don't have to wait years to be able to live life.
Words?
We would just like to, thank the support of our community, thank the support of our local news, City TV, Toronto, George, the people that have put the green ribbons up for us that have marked the trail today. And really and truly, we just want to make sure that we get the word out that being a donor is very important, that you can, be somebody's hero.
Can you handle this? Sure. Okay.
Yay!
torch of life that was blessed by Pope John Paul II.
Right. So where do we go?
A 2-year heart transplant recipient.
Wow.
2 years.
Wow, good for you.
And I'm doing great.
Well, you're
If
showing,
it wasn't for organ donation, I wouldn't be doing this today.
there you go. You're showing an example that transplants. He's all the way from Victoria, British Columbia. Can you believe it? And he's here he knows that Kayla has received her beautiful gift, but he's here to help all the rest of the children and everybody else that's waiting. And please introduce yourself.
Mike Ravenhill, the CEO of the David Foster Foundation, and we support what is being done today, and it's an honor to be able to run and to carry the torch of life in support of people like Kayla and the many, many children that are requiring major organ transplants and just have to wait far too long to do it. So we hope today is an awareness. We hope today will be a day that shows Toronto and...
Sure.
Great. My name is Lisa Subard Wong.
I'm Tyler Kite, and this is Paul.
Hey, Paul.
And we are going to be carrying the torch of life around downtown Toronto today from 11 until 12 to help create awareness for...
Organ and tissue donation.
and we're trying to get a lung transplant for Kayla.
Yeah, perfect. Wow, you guys are good. Thank you.
All right, welcome back to the show. So there was a little video just talking a little bit about Kayla, and we have George Marcello joining us. And George, great to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, and we're going to try to reach Kayla in a couple of minutes here, but
originally we were supposed to have her here, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And well, maybe you can just introduce us to Kayla, you know, and what she's dealing with, and why she wasn't able to be here today, George.
Oh, okay. Kayla's 23 years old. I first met her about 5 years ago. She was our torch champion for Sarnia. We were doing a cross Canada torch champion thing. And I don't know when, but recently she was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis since she was 5, but it flared up recently. She had received a liver transplant when she was 16, and now she's presently getting on the waiting list to get a double lung transplant. And we've been doing this like torch of life vigil around the area here for her, and in the hopes that, you know, she gets on the list very soon and receives her new gifts.
So what is this whole torch of life symbolizing? What's it symbolic of? Why is this so important? You had mentioned just off air that you don't go anywhere without this.
Yeah.
It's everywhere with you.
That's right.
So it's obviously got some very special meaning.
Okay, I'll give you the short version.
Okay.
In 1995, I had like 2 days left to live. I was rushed to hospital. I was literally prepared to die. A liver transplant saved my life. And this was at a time when transplantation was considered like voodoo medicine. You know, you're hooked up to machines and you only got a month that you're going to survive on the, you know. So I kind of made a deal with the hospital. I was a fitness promoter before all this.
Okay.
I said, listen, if I get this liver, I'll walk across Canada. And
Wow.
so, like, in 10 days, I was out of the hospital. I was back in the gym training in 3 months. And then I started walking across Canada. As I was preparing the tour, a week before I started, this torch arrived at my office by an anonymous person. And like, literally, I was just going to walk and share my story and get more people to be aware of organ donations. And then all of a sudden, this torch arrives. And so I said, why not carry it, you know? And so I carried this torch like every day with me. People were carrying it. I was passing it to people. Celebrities were getting involved, politicians, school kids. But halfway into my tour, I got a call. At first, I thought it was my friend Billy, because he plays like these pranks. He was playing these pranks on me every day, pretending he was Larry King, and you know, all these other. He's good at it. Like,
that Billy.
yeah, and he always gets me. Like, I always fall for it, and I end up, you know, and then I end up swearing at him and everything, and so I hear this Polish accent, and I start swearing at Billy right off the bat. I go, Billy, I can't say the words here, but, you know.
Oh, sure you can.
No.
But anyways, I gave him a whole, you know, barrage of words,
Okay.
you know, and then finally, the person on the other end was really from Vatican City.
Wow.
He was the Pope's secretary. And for some reason, the Pope was following what I was doing, and it, you know, after me apologizing 100 times, like, I'm sorry, I thought it was my friend Billy, I thought it was my friend, you know, he said, the Pope would like you to bring the torch to Vatican City, and he wants to bless it, you know. And next thing I know, I'm on my way to Vatican City, and in front of like 100,000 people at St. Peter's Square. There was like hundreds of media cameras there, and I passed him the torch. He blessed it, and he said organ and tissue donation was a genuine act of love, and on behalf of Vatican City, he encouraged the whole world to become organ donors. And for the next 2 months, like, this set off a whole bunch of other religious leaders, you know,
Wow.
to say that their faith supported. So it started the conversations on the religious side. But there was one other thing that he said that was just as important, and I think it was very wise of him. He said, pass this torch to the young people, for they shall change the world. So after I got back to Canada, I finished, it took me 2.5 years, by the way, to do a 12,000 kilometer trek.
2.5 years.
Yeah, because I took the long way. Like, I didn't I wasn't smart like the other guys. They go along the Trans-Canada Highway. I went up and down the provinces, dirt roads, the whole 9 yards.
You were just,
Yeah.
taking advantage of the situation.
Well, no, they kept
George.
adding more communities on me as well. Like, I started out with 500 communities, and then all of a sudden there's.
Well, you must have got so much publicity too, though. You
there
must.
was.
I mean,
was having cameras every day, almost, like, and there's thousands of stories. So, anyways, I did pass this to a young 14-year-old. 3 years later, and his name was Christopher Knowles, Justin Bieber lookalike. He had that haircut way before Justin Bieber, and he carried it across Canada, not like I did, like we arranged 2 kilometers, and he was like a Pied Piper. He literally got hundreds of thousands of kids to get involved.
Wow.
And since then, we were doing these student torch relays across the country, and in 2008, Kayla actually became the Sarnia Student Torch Champion. And so now we're here carrying the torch for, we're kind of setting our bounds a little bit close. We're doing it around the perimeter here, 2.5 kilometers, like from Dundas to College around. And Ravella actually noticed the torch, and so there must be some kind of vibe that got me here today from that, you know.
That's amazing. Thank you, Ravel.
It's an amazing story.
Which Pope was this? Just
Pope John Paul II, the good one.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Boy, that was
I like this one too.
I just have to ask, did he feel like it must have been amazing to be in his presence?
It was surreal. I thought, how am I going to screw this up? Like, you know, it was like they choreographed me for 2 days, like the proper steps and everything. And I thought, I'm going to make a fool of myself. So just keep it short, keep it simple, don't say nothing. You know, I had to say like 100 prayers for people that knew I was visiting. They would say, pray for me. Say a prayer for me.
God.
You know, so it just, I couldn't remember it all, but I got the job done. I was going to keep it short, and his words were very direct. And
Okay, now Kayla was supposed to be here today, but what happened? She had some medical issues today, or?
yeah, it looked so good today. It started out so good, a smiley face in the morning, and then just, this is how it is when you're in this situation. You got to take it day by day. She afterwards, she didn't feel well. She started vomiting, and the medical doctor asked her not to leave. And she really wanted to be here. She was looking so forward to being here. So I think the next best thing, hopefully, maybe we can call her.
Let's try calling her right now.
All right. Beautiful.
Okay. But she's in Toronto at, where is she right now?
At the Residence Inn, downtown at the entertainment district. They're putting her up, by the way, there.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice people there. The Beth Osborne, very beautiful manager.
Now, is Kayla going to
I think she's going to
answer the phone?
Hello?
Hi, Kayla, is that you?
This is.
Yeah, hi, it's Hugh here and Sandra
Hi,
from that
Kayla.
channel.
Hi.
And we got George here, of course. And
Hi,
so how are you feeling right now?
Feeling good.
Good.
I'm so sorry that you couldn't be here.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Well, maybe we can do it again sometime.
That would be wonderful.
Maybe when our elevator's working would be nice, if that was
I'll
happening.
carry her up.
We'll all carry her up.
Yeah.
So, Kayla, now you're in Toronto and they're putting you up, but are you, what's the situation? Are you waiting for a transplant donor? Is that the situation?
I'm actually meeting with the transplant team next week to see when I get listed. The only reason I won't, if I don't get listed, the only reason would be because I need to be at a certain weight.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping to be listed by the end of next week. And then, yeah, it will be my turn to wait for a donor for a set of lungs.
So it's got to be, I mean, that's got to be tough because you have to be ready at your end, and then there has to be a donor at the other end, and for a lung transplant, that means that the donor has to pay the supreme sacrifice.
Right, yeah.
So when, I'm not going to say if, we'll say when you get on this list, can they give you any kind of average as to how long the wait usually is? Is there a general?
Well, yeah, we talked about that. That was one of my questions, was how long. Like right now, the longest is 2 years.
Okay.
But
so what do you do, Kayla? So what happens in the meantime? How do you function in the meantime?
it's a day by day.
Okay.
Day by day, there's something. I can't find the words to say it.
So when you do get this, assuming it's all successful and everything, can you lead a normal life from that point forward? Or relatively normal?
Yeah. Normal life for me is going back to school.
Okay.
Right now I can't do that, and that's one of the things I have been looking forward to do, is going back to school when I'm healthy.
So what do you want to study, Kayla?
I want to become a social worker.
Wow. Well, that's certainly giving back to the community, isn't it?
Yeah. One of the most exciting things I want to do when I'm better.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe we can just have a brief discussion about the whole issue around transplants and the act of donating organs, because there was a time, I mean, you mentioned, you had your transplant back in the 90s, George, that, there was a time when transplants weren't routine, and in fact there were a lot of medical issues that had to be overcome to make a transplant actually work, right? But have a lot of these issues been addressed?
Yeah, they have. I think part of when I did that walk was to show that they worked. You know, I mean, I wasn't the exception. There were many other people were leading active and healthy lives. So it basically turned from voodoo into we have a cure. We have a cure, but the problem is donations. There's a lack of donations. Like literally, I mean, in the best world, nobody should be having to wait like this with this uncertainty. You know, nobody should have to really go through this because they don't have to. There's so many organs going to waste.
Now, are we talking about when people pass away? Is that what we're talking
One
about?
way. That's one way is cadaveric organs.
So we're talking about that certificate when you sign on the driver's
no,
license.
No, it's now a registry in Ontario.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually go to our website, torchoflife.com. It takes 2 minutes to register with your health card, or beadonor.ca. And basically, you become registered, but the second step is let your loved ones know that you're doing this.
Okay.
Because they're going to be consulted during the time. So those are 2 important steps.
Okay.
But the other way is through life donations.
Okay.
People can actually donate 1 kidney and live a happy and normal life, or a piece of their liver.
Okay.
It grows back fully, and you live a normal life. And 2 people could donate a piece of their lobe to a person that needs a lung transplant. They haven't been done that often here in Toronto. They're done a lot in Edmonton.
With great success?
Yeah, great success.
Wow.
Yeah, these live donations have gone with remarkable successes. So we need to focus on both areas.
So, did you have a question? Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm just wondering, because I mean, I, like you, Sandra, thought that the process for becoming a donor was just to sign that thing on your driver's license. And I'm wondering with this, it sounds like a new system, or new to me. I'm not familiar with it.
2011,
and I'm just wondering if this is having a negative impact or a positive impact on the amount of donors.
It has a slightly positive impact, a modest gain, very modest, but it makes it easier. And the driver's license didn't work because the only way to indicate if you were a donor through your driver's license, it was pretty weird for hospital people to start rifling through your pockets to see, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So once you're registered, the people at the hospital know that you're registered, and they can approach the family easier about your wishes.
Okay. If I can just ask a question about the live donation, where you're talking about where they do that in Edmonton more commonly than here.
For lungs.
For lungs, they take a lobe.
They take a lobe from 2 people. 1 lobe from each person.
Okay. Now, do they have to test to make it sure it's a match? Do they do things like that?
Yeah, the blood type's got to be a match. Both have to have the same blood type as the donor, or the recipient that's receiving it.
So when you give a lobe to how big of a chunk is that, and does it regenerate?
I don't know the exact dimensions. I don't know all. I know more about the liver and the kidney.
Okay.
But receiving a live donation from two lung people will give you a healthy life afterwards as well. Exactly how it fits into your cavity or how that works, I gotta get more info on that because we haven't done that much here in Toronto.
And the person who's actually given the lobe, is there a difference in their life afterwards? Are they affected in any way?
No, none. You live nothing. There's nothing. I can bring you hundreds, if not 1,000 people that have done this live, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So okay.
Well,
so
that's very encouraging.
Yeah. So
Kayla, that's very
somebody
encouraging,
here as
Kayla.
a guest next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Kayla, how long have you been waiting for a lung, or maybe you're not quite waiting yet because you're waiting to get the approval, right?
Yeah, it's a 2-step.
Right. Exactly.
But how long has it taken you to get to this point where you're?
It took me 2 years.
And I guess there's no other solution or other possible solutions for you at this point?
No, we've been through everything to try and keep everything up, and it wasn't working.
Yeah. And what is the problem exactly? Is there a diagnosis or a definition that you can?
it's just due to my CS.
Your CF, cystic fibrosis.
Yeah, she's got to eat more chicken. We're trying to get.
That
She's got to gain
and
more
my
weight.
liver problems.
So you've got to gain weight, George says.
Eat more chicken.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
That's one of the major things I have to
Chocolate.
do right now is gain weight.
Okay, not chicken, chocolate.
Well,
Potato chips.
There's nothing wrong with
Nuts.
chicken.
Go crazy.
Yeah, but it's not fattening. You got to go fattening stuff. Got to go with like Sundays.
Yeah, I try.
Well, listen, guys, I mean, what an amazing story.
Oh,
and
wow.
Kayla, thanks for coming on the show, even if it's by phone. And
Hopefully we'll be in person at one point.
yeah, we'd love to do that.
I have blood clots. I found out, so that's why I wasn't able to make it today.
Well, we'll let you know when the elevator's working too. That
No, we'll
that might
carry
work.
her up too.
We'll carry you
Well,
up.
it wouldn't be the first time.
Of course, if you eat lots of ice cream, we may need more than one person to carry you up.
So, okay, so now, George,
so.
you mentioned torchoflife.com and beadonor.ca. Is there any other, does Kayla have a, or Kayla, do you have a
Kayla's got
website?
something.
What's your website, Kayla?
Kayla's Medical Journey on Facebook.
Kayla's Medical Journey on Facebook.
And remember, if you're giving a portion, what'd you call that again?
Lobe.
A lobe, there's no repercussions to the actual
None.
person. So it's a no-brainer, really. So
What's your blood type, Kayla? Might as well put it out there.
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. She'll let
you know what? Maybe you
Okay.
can put...
Be positive.
Be positive.
Be positive.
We're trying to be positive, Kayla.
So what was your blood type?
It is. Be positive.
Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome, Kayla. Thanks for doing this today.
Thank you, Kayla.
Awesome.
Good
Thank
luck.
you guys so much.
Good luck, and you're going to
Okay.
get on that list.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go there, Kayla. We'll talk soon.
Bye, sweetie.
Okay. So, George, that's great. I think the Pope probably sent you that torch.
What?
So you still
I think
to
the
this
Pope
day,
sent you the torch.
I don't know still to this
this
day. We
day.
tried tracking it. We tried. The guy does, or her, she, what, whoever.
that amazing?
Doesn't want to be found out.
Can we light it?
If you want.
Yeah.
You got insurance?
That's. We don't care about that.
You can light it outside.
No, we want to light it on
do you have a
TV.
lighter?
Are you sure? You got, okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
The smoke is going to set off the alarms.
Oh, yeah.
So while it's lit, it might be okay, but then we got to rush downstairs to put it out.
You can go outside on...
Oh, is there a porch here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
We'll
there's
give
a
it a
porch.
shot.
Okay.
But it won't.
You know what?
I have to
We're
fix
not
this
gonna-
up.
We're not going to. Okay, we'll see if we fix it up. I don't know. It's starting to sound like a bad idea.
It's kind of a bit of a complicated. I got to put the wick in.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay.
we
Wow. So did they give you the wicks and everything when the person, the stranger...
No, they just gave me this beautiful torch. But I found out that you had to put in a fiber wick. Fiber. You can't find that too many places.
I guess not.
All right.
No, but
Well, thank you for all the work you're doing, because it sounds like you've dedicated your life now to this. Wow.
So let's watch that
Kayla's
video
a
again.
lucky girl.
Let's watch that. Let's watch that video again with Kayla and George. Thanks for coming on the show today. Again,
Thank you.
torchoflife.com, beadonor.ca. And we're going to come back in a couple of minutes as Liquid Lunch continues.
It's a tribute to his interest and his lobbying for organization, and we're very happy to have the parents of.
From the Toronto Police Sergeant, please. Thank you, sir.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Officer, Service 52 Division. I just wanted to reiterate the fact that the Toronto Police Service fully supports this very worthwhile endeavor. And if there's anything we can do to assist, please give us a call.
Thank you, sir. So we heard one happy story this morning. We're waiting to get another phone call from Jennifer to get the same news. Just please share your story quickly.
Kayla has cystic fibrosis. She was diagnosed at 5 years old. She had a liver transplant in 2006 and waited a year for a transplant for a high donation. She's now in need of double lung transplant because she's in hospital. She can't live a normal life. She can't go into anything without an oxygen tank or struggling. Everybody to sign their card to be for a donation so these kids and adults and children don't have to wait you know, Toronto, George, the people that have put the green ribbons up for us that have marked the trail today. And really and truly, we just want to make sure that we get the word out that being a donor is very important, that you know, be somebody's hero.
Can you handle this? Sure. Okay.
Yay!
The torch of life that was blessed by Pope John Paul II.
Right, so where do we go?
A 2-year heart transplant recipient.
Wow.
2 years.
Wow, good for you.
And doing great.
Well, you're
If it
showing.
wasn't for organ donation, I wouldn't be doing this today.
There you go. You're showing example that transplants. He's all the way from Victoria, British Columbia. Can you believe it? And he's here to. He knows that Kayla has received her beautiful gift, but he's here to help all the rest of the children and everybody else that's waiting. And please introduce yourself.
Mike Ravenhill, the CEO of the David Foster Foundation, and we support what is being done today, and it's an honor to be able to run and to carry the torch of life in support of people like Kayla and the many, many children that are requiring major organ transplants and just have to wait far too long to do it. So we hope today is an awareness. We hope today will be a day that shows Toronto and...
Sure.
Great. My name is Lisa Subardi Wong.
I'm Tyler Kite, and this is Paul.
Hey, Paul.
And we are going to be carrying the torch of life around downtown Toronto today from 11 until 12 to help create awareness for...
Organ and tissue donation.
And we're trying to get a lung transplant for Kayla.
Yeah, perfect. Wow, you guys are good. Thank you.
Shines through the room, a nailing body struggles for the view. With dreams and wishes and prayers, no one should wait for a second chance. At life it's not fair, no.
Unless so long, help so hard to find, but not impossible takes faith and time.
But step by step there is hope, awareness growing to those
who can make the difference, go the distance and pass on the torch of